Hi children, I am Nitya from snsacademy. In the last class we learned about long and short and even how to measure the objects using the non-standard objects. Something non-standard objects here and there we have used and we measured the objects. Now we can use some of our body parts also to measure the objects. As I said, it may differ from person to person because if I take my body part, so this is called the hand span. What we call for this is called our hand span. Okay, and this one is cubit. Okay, and then one more we can use like our leg from here to here. This is called what? Foot span. What we call for this? Foot span. Okay. Then from thumb to here, our fingers. From this to here, little finger. Okay. So that is called the hand span. This is called as hand span. And then from this part to this part. When most of the time we are going to buy the flowers and all, at the time we are using the word, we'll ask them to give some flowers, no? She will ask, the flower seller may ask you how much you want, then they will ask you, they will show you this point, that is from here to your cubit. For this length I want, or if you want to do 2 cubit length, then they will give you the 2 cubit like that. Okay, so that part is called as what? Cubit, from here to here. Okay, from this elbow, from our elbow to the hand. This is called as cubit. Okay, so these are the different body parts which we can use to measure the length of the objects or even the height of the objects. Okay, let us see what is this. This is a ruler which I am using, big ruler. Okay, the meter ruler. Then I am going to use for this my hand span. Let us check how much it is. 1. Okay, I'll put it down here. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. It is 5.5. The length of this meter scale is my hand span. I used my hand span. It is 5.5. It is 5.5. If I am going to use the cubit for this, let us see from my elbow to this point. 1, 2, and then almost it is 2.5. 2.5. So that is the length of this by using the cubit. Okay, you can ask me, if I'll ask you to measure this, you might get, as I got here, around 5 hand spans, no? So if you use, you might get different measurement. Why? Because my hand span, the length of my hand might be bigger than you. The length of my hand might be bigger than you. Even if I take the foot span, as I said, foot span and all, we can use to measure the width of your room or even the width of the tiles or something like that. We can use that for your foot span. And even this hand span, we can use it to measure your study tables also, and even in the school chairs also we can use that. Okay, but it differs from one person to another person. From one person to another person. Always it won't be same for all the persons. Why? Because the length of our hand span and yours might be different. That's what it might be different. That's what we will call this as the non-standard units. Non-standard units. Okay, what is the standard unit? What we can use to make it standard? Okay, so we can use the ruler. We can use the ruler. Here if I use the chalk paste and the sharpener, it might change because the length of the sharpener might be different. But suppose I am using the scale, I can measure it with the centimeter length. I can find out now. The length of chalk piece is 7 centimeter. 7 centimeter. It will not change because we use the standard unit here. We have used the standard unit, that is nothing but the centimeter. So it will not change, it will not differ for any person. Okay, it will be common. That's what these are called, the standard units. And these body parts which we use, hand span, cubit and the foot span, it may differ from one person to the other person. Okay children, in this class we learned how to measure the objects. Okay, thank you. Bye.